I definitely had a raw set of emotions early in my career and just being young, being in my early 20s and thrust into this spotlight. Like I was literally racing legend cars in
Mhm.
1999 in Vegas. And in 2000, I'm making my first cup start after just 6 months in a truck.
Yeah.
It went that fast. And so I was that raw and I didn't have the professional side of what it took to be a professional race car driver polished up with my communications, teamwork, interviews, sponsor stuff. Like all that was pretty raw. But then it was like, I'll just go back it up with another race win
Yeah.
and be like, this is my way.
I don't know, like, I think it's unfair. I cover a lot of other sports, Kurt, and I think it's, you want athletes to be, "Arr, get out there, kill him, knock his head off." But then you want them to be able to get out of the race car, off the field or whatever, and be like nothing happened, and be this, like, reserved.
Stoic
Yeah,
figure. Yeah.
that I think it's unfair unless for you to be able to how do people turn it on and turn it off so quickly? Because I don't have to do that in my
Took
regular.
us a while longer, right? Let me tell you a story. Like I was reprimanded by a sponsor after Indianapolis 2002 when I got out of the car when Jimmy Spencer, he knows he dumped me on purpose. And I was fuming. And I stood there by the car. I was like, just get in the ambulance. Just get in the ambulance. And it took the safety crew like what felt like 9 hours to get there. Of course, it was probably like nine
Yeah,
seconds.
yeah.
And when Spencer came by, I was just so mad. I went down there and I'm like, you took me out on purpose. And in short track racing, there's a guy on the track that communicates with the flag man on who goes to the back of the pack after somebody wrecks somebody. And
Mhm.
so it was pat the rear end, send him to the rear. And that's what I was trying to like, you go to the back of the pack, right?
Yeah.
99.9% of the viewers in
Thought you
America.
were telling him to kiss your ass.
Yeah. I'm like, no, 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 no. That's not what I meant. So the CEO of the sponsor calls on Monday, and I'm on the cover of the USA Today. Like, I don't even know who won that race. I don't even know who won Indy.
That was a year before I started, so I could go back and look, but I couldn't tell you who won that
So
race.
I'm on the cover patting my rear end. And the CEO goes,
Oh.
What's all this about? I went, I'm sorry, sir. It was the emotions, it's the heat of the moment. The guy flat out wrecked me. He goes, well, we can't have this imagery, on the cover of USA Today. We're going to send you to media training. And it was quite the process of awesomeness, right? At the end of the call, old school Kurt Busch pops up. Well, thank you, sir. I think that was a productive call. I just have one question for you. And CEO goes, okay, yeah. I go, how come you didn't call when we were on the cover of the USA Today when we won earlier this year at Bristol? Oops, that wasn't the thing
What
to
do you say?
throw back. I can't remember. I was
Yeah.
just seeing red again on this is
Yeah.
how the conversation went. And that's where corporate America and the big time sponsors changed our sport on. Like I'm the poster child of what the new generation of drivers was told to watch for videos on don't do this. And so it takes the emotion.
Really? Is that true? Have you heard that?
No,
Like,
I'm just
oh, okay. Yeah,
I
yeah.
kind of throw myself.
Hypothetically speaking, yes.
Yes, that's a good way to put
Could
it.
you imagine, like, if they were like, "Hey, like."
Don't do this. And so it changed, I think, a lot of the sponsorship and how things worked on the corporate side. And what I'm blessed with, though, in the second half of my career, Monster Energy picked me up with a sponsorship. That's who I am. It's that edgy brand that's raw and just goes after talent, and we want to see W's and we want to see wins and that excitement and that energy. They've never said anything to me on
I love
do
that.
this or do that. And that's where I think it's starting to come back a little bit, where organically sponsors are now finding drivers that fit
Mhm.
their mentality, that fit
Mhm.
their MO. And so that's where I'm hopeful that's what we start to see as trends, and that sponsors are kind of backing off and letting the drivers do their thing.
So I think when you said like, "Hey, I was doing this, but I meant this," it kind of got me thinking. Like, do you think that you were misunderstood during your career?
Yeah, it happened quite a bit.
Yeah.
And then I fed into it. Like I was
How?
trying to correct the
Uh
media
huh.
and saying, hey, Jeff Gluck, are you here to write for People Magazine? Let's have you cover some racing. Well, that didn't go well.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I was trying to battle this uphill stream without a paddle. And at the end of the day, the pen is mightier than the sword.
Welcome to the show.